Channel 16, Sports Visibility, and Highland Park baseball parents, thank you for watching this presentation of Highland Park Scots Varsity Sports. The Sultans of Swat, Scots Varsity Baseball 2005 is presented by Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage, Reunion Title, Park Cities Bank, Tom Rhodes Real Estate, Baker Botts LLP, T-Bar M, Pockets Menswear, New York Sub, Tin Star, and Source Corp.
Announcing the lineup for the Highland Park Scots. William Draper. You guys just come out and line up on the third base line. John Holland. Kurt Williamson, Tim Springer, Will Lemon, Sam Koski, Josh Meredith, and Sam Gadd. Now the starting lineup. Number 24, playing center field, J.T. Rose. Playing left field, well, no, that's not right. Playing second base, number 7, Rob Traeger. Catching, number 2, Hunt Woodruff. DHing for the shortstop, Mason Parham. And the shortstop, Jack Turpin. Playing right field, number 25, Justin Walker. Pitching tonight for the Scots, number 23, Clayton Kershaw. Playing left field, number 9, Cole Franklin. Playing first base, number 6, Patrick Halpin. Playing shortstop, number 18, Joey Hainsworth. Now your Forney Jackrabbits. Number 18, Justin Krause. Number 17, Spencer Reese. Number 21, Jordan Elder. Number 22, Kyle Rubalt. Now your starting lineup. Playing shortstop, number 3, Kelly Flannery. Playing right field, number 10, Jason Bean. Playing center field, number 6, Drew Kendrick. Pitching tonight, Chase Langford. DH, Michael Hullum. DHing for shortstop, second baseman, Jacob Kiner. Playing third base, number 12, Andrew Wright.
Feels good, looks good.
Playing left field, number 4, Justin Bryant. Number 5, Zach Gear. And catching tonight, number 19, Dusty Williams. the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Forney, Texas. It's time for Highland Park Baseball 2005. Tonight, the Scots take on the Forney Jackrabbits in the District 11 4A finale. I'm Art Finley. Glad you could make it here on Channel 16. We're just about set to go. A matchup tonight between two of the area's top 4A teams, not to mention just the top two in this district. Highland Park, of course, 20-5 on the season, 9-0 in district play. Forney, 21-6 on the year, but 6-3 in district play, and the Jackrabbits in a precarious spot coming into tonight, tied at 6-3 with Mesquite Poteet and Wiley for second place. So we'll see how that shakes out. One of those three will not make the playoffs. Scots, of course, have clinched a district championship. On the hill tonight, we've got quite a pitching matchup, as going for Highland Park will be Clayton Kershaw. He's going to go up against Chase Lankford. And these two also pitched in the first meeting at Highland Park, a game the Scots won 3-1. Book on Lankford, a 1.56 REA. He's ERA. He is a 6-3 winning record. 54 innings pitched, 29 hits, 12 earned runs, 33 walks, and 78 strikeouts. Of course, leading off for Highland Park is going to be JT Rose, batting .338 on the season. It'll be JT Rose, Rob Traeger, and Hunt Woodruff as we go here in the first inning. And the big story tonight is the weather. Temperature has dropped some 30 degrees from this time yesterday. And the wind definitely blowing in from the north. It'll be gusting up to times 25, 30. The kid hits one over that center field wall tonight. Well, you just need to shake his hand.
JT Rose.
Well, here's Rose, and we're set to go. Rose stares down at Luke Kennedy on the third base side. Sam Robertson over at first base for the Highland Park coaching staff. And Lankford starts Rose out with a strike. Great looking field here at Forney. It's at the middle school. We got a brand new high school, but they did not include a baseball facility there. Excellent one right here. Comebacker right to Lankford, and Rose. Well, let's see what's going to be the call over there. No, an out is the call. Rose collided over there. Well, what an easy play. Should have been an easy play. Zach Gear, the first baseman over there, dropped that baseball, but it was after the collision, so Rose retired on the ground ball. Here's Traeger at 300 on the season. Lankford in there, strike one. One out here in the top of the first inning. Scott's looking to put the finishing touches on a perfect district season. Count now at 1-1. Ground ball, playable for the shortstop. Fires over to Gear, and there are two away on a couple of ground ball outs. That's going to bring up Hunt Woodruff, Scott's leading hitter at .409 on the season. Hunt batting also .400 in district play. He's just what you'd call a .400 hitter, any way you slice it. Fastball up and away, ball one. Pitch is outside. Woodruff ahead in the count 2-0. And that's belted into left field for a base hit. Woodruff continues his torrid hitting pace. That will be his 28th hit of the season, and that is a team high for Highland Park. And Josh Meredith into the game to run. And Mason Parham now due up for the Scots, the Highland Park cleanup hitter with 7 home runs on the season to his credit. Parham hitting .325 on the year. Had a big game against Mesquite Petit last Tuesday at home. 1-0 the count to Parham. Pretty good sized lead for Meredith at first. Langford, soft toss over. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Parham with a sky shot, foul and out of play. 1-1 now the count on Mason. Meredith over at first base after running for Woodruff, who singled to left. Big gap on that right side as they hold Meredith at first. Good eye there by Parham, 2-1. Two pitch. That's hit high out into right field. Oh, and running over to make a fine catch out there is Drew Kendrick on the run, and that will do it for the Scots in the first. They get a base hit, strand 1 man, and after a half inning of play here in Forney, we're scoreless. You're watching Scott Baseball on Channel 16. Don't go away.
Don't let the Texas Star fool you. Authentic New York-style submarine sandwiches await you at New York Sub. 2 dozen varieties to choose from in a Manhattan atmosphere. It looks, it feels, and it tastes like New York. Since 1974, New York Sub has created hearty, piled high, and delicious submarine sandwiches. New York Sub at Ashbury and Hillcrest.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Bottom of the first inning, and it will be Kelly Flannery to lead it off for Forney. Flannery, a .333 hitter on the season, and he will face Clayton Kershaw. And Kershaw, wow was the only adjective I've got for this guy. 7-1 on the year, 49 innings pitched, 23 hits, 10 earned runs, 20 walks, and 85 strikeouts, and a 1.43 ERA. And he's coming with the 25-mile-an-hour north wind at his back on what looks like to be a very high mound here at Forney. Good luck, Jackrabbits, is all I can say. And Forney into quite a pickle, as I mentioned earlier. A loss here puts them in a 3-way tie for second place. A win, and they are the outright second-place team. Quickly, it's 0-2 on Flannery. Nubber over the back. Good play there by Halpin. Patrick Halpin been absolutely rock solid over at first base, and That's a tough play right there. Could take a weird hop, but Halpin stays right with it. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the right fielder, Jason Bean, made a nice catch to end the first inning for the Scots. Two and 0. That pitch outside, 3-0 quickly to Bean. Drew Kendrick on deck for Forney. 1 out here, bottom of the first. Not so quick. Strike on the inside corner. Count now 3-1. Another good pitch from Kershaw. Now the count full. Set the Scott defense. Halpin at first base. Rob Traeger at second. Joey Haynesfurther the shortstop. Jack Turpin's at third. Cole Franklin in the left. Rose in center. And Justin Walker out and right. There's a liner. Right at Traeger. Nice catch by Rob. 2 up, 2 down.
That brings the bat center fielder, Drew Kendrick.
So Kendrick will step in with 2 away here in the first. Oh, how about that breaking pitch? Dropped in about 3 feet right into the zone. Absolutely beautiful for strike 1. Pitch is high, 1-1. 2 away here. Bottom of the first inning at Forney, the 11-4A finale. Oh, fastball right down the pipe. Kershaw not messing around here with Kendrick, 1-2. Oh, what a pitch. And that'll do it for the Jackrabbits in the first. Kershaw gets a 1-2-3 inning. We've got 1 complete here at Forney. We're scoreless. You're watching Highland Park Baseball. Don't go away.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Neil Lemon and his partners at the leading international law firm of Baker Botts. Baker Botts provides a full spectrum of legal services to national and international clients through its offices in the United States, Europe, and the Middle East. For more information, visit www.bakerbotts.com.
Leading off for the Highland Park Scots, number 25, Justin Walker.
Welcome back, everybody. Art Finley, the Image Maker video crew here with you in Forney on a chilly night for baseball. It'll be Justin Walker to lead it off for the Scots here in the top of the second. Walker, Kershaw, and Franklin due up for the Scots. And Walker has been on a pretty good tear lately and increased his season average to .406 on the season. And takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Fastball, Walker popped it up on the infield. Shortstop coming on and will not make the play. And all the way at second base is Walker. Well, Walker hit that ball so high, he was able to get into second with no problem, and now Kershaw will come up with Runner at scoring position and nobody out. Two-base error. Kershaw trying to put down the bunt. Clayton, a .328 hitter on the season. Been better at district, hitting at a .391 clip. Justin Walker at second base. Nobody out here in the top of the second. And I think they're going to say Kershaw went after that pitch. They do. 0-2 now, the count on Clayton. Langford fires a bullet to second base, but back in time is Walker. Langford reminds me a little bit of Zane Carlson from Highland Park. Not a real big guy, but can sure generate some velocity. That pitch gets away and down to third base. One and two on Kershaw. And again, Langford misses badly. The count now 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Nice job by Kershaw to get a piece. It will stay 2-2. Justin Walker at third base. Cole Franklin waiting in the on-deck circle. Excuse me. Langford steps off. Ground ball. This will score a run, and Kershaw's just out at first base. Walker scores, and it's Highland Park 1-0.
Number 9, Cole Franklin.
Here's Franklin, a .306 hitter on the season, but in district play, Cole has upped his game, hitting .404. And he looks at ball one in the dirt. Ground ball right back at Langford. Handled a little better this time than the last comebacker. So 2 away as Franklin grounds out to the pitcher. And here's Patrick Halpin, .324 on the season, 411 4A play. Halpin's already made a nice play defensively at first base. 2 away here, 1 run in for the Scots. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Scott's got the run on a 2-base error, a pass ball, and a ground ball by Kershaw drove Justin Walker in from third base. Halpin in the hole here, though, 0-2. Breaking pitch way out of the zone. Halpin does not chase it. 1-2. Good crowd on hand here for Forney, despite the blustery conditions. You can see how shallow the outfield's playing. When we get another look at that in a minute. This wind is really a factor. Good eye by Halpin. Catcher tried to frame it. The umpire said, nope, that's not going to work. 2-2. Joey Hainsfurther on deck for Highland Park. 2-2 pitch. Halpin hits it high and playable at second base. That'll do it for Highland Park in the second, but the Scots get a run, and after 1.5, it's Highland Park 1, Forney 0.
At Park Cities Bank, when we say we are your hometown bank, we really are. We're part of the community. We live in your neighborhoods, and we're the friends you see every day. We're proud sponsors of Highland Park Athletics, where they share our commitment to be the best. Park Cities Bank, not just in the Park Cities, but part of the Park Cities.
Leading off for the Forney Jackrabbits, number 11, Chase Langford.
Welcome back to Forney. It'll be Langford to lead it off for the Jackrabbits here in the bottom of the second. 1-0, Highland Park out in front. Langford, the cleanup hitter. Looks at a fastball inside from Kershaw, ball 1. Langford, Hallam, and Wright. Scheduled hitters for Forney. Pitch is fouled off, 1-1. One to nothing, Highland Park here early. Scots trying to complete an undefeated district season. I believe they pulled that feat off 3 seasons ago. I'll double check with Coach Kennedy on that one. Three and 1 now, the count to Langford. Pitcher versus pitcher here. Fastball, Langford cannot catch up. Full count. Three-two pitch on the way from Kershaw. Chopper. Hainsfurther play it deep. Long throw. Got him. Terrific play by Hainsfurther there, who had that played perfectly. I started to make a note of Joey was just out on the grass, but obviously coaches knew what they were talking about there, as he's able to get the ground ball behind second base and make the accurate throw. Langford's dive for naught. And this Scott defense has been so solid here in district play. Here's Hallam, the designated hitter. Fouls that out of play, 1-1 the count. Breaking pitch is high and inside, ball 2. Turpin creeping in a little bit at third base, guarding against Hallam trying to slap down a bunt. Oh, fast ball. 2-2 now the count. Good look there at the packed Forney side. In the dirt, right off the shoulder of Woodruff. He doesn't even flinch. Throws it back. It will stay 3-2. Or it goes to 3-2, I should say. Outfield shaded over to the left field side. And a fastball down the pipe, and Hallam knew it. Strikeout number 2 for Kershaw. 2 up, 2 down here for the Jackrabbits in the second.
Right.
Here's the third baseman, Andrew Wright. And looks at more cheese right down the middle. And oh, beautiful pitch, 0-2. I tell you what, it's got to be pretty intimidating to see Kershaw standing there on top of that mound, as big as he is and as hard as he throws the baseball. And he could not induce him to chase the breaking ball. Good look at Kershaw, big left-hander. In the dirt again. And the count now 2-2 to Wright. 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Highland Park leading 1-0. And another chopper, Hainsfurther makes the play. Joey Hainsfurther with a couple of gems here, and that will do it for Forney in the second. We played 2 full innings here, and it's the Scots by 1. You're watching Highland Park Baseball on Channel 16.
You've worked hard to afford a home. Now you're looking to buy a home in the Park Cities area. Tom Rhodes is the name to remember. Tom has been a realtor for over 27 years, specializing in the Park Cities area. In fact, 48% of the properties Tom sold last year weren't even on the market, but they were perfect for his clients. Let Tom find your perfect home. Call Tom today or visit him on his website, tomrhodes.com. Tom Rhodes, he knows your neighborhood.
For Highland Park, Joey Hainsfurther.
Welcome back to Forney, everybody. Start of the third inning here, and it'll be Joey Hainsfurther to lead it off for the Scots. And Hainsfurther, how about this? The leading hitter for the Scots in district play at .417. And he had a pretty good night the first time against Lankford and Forney, as he provided the first run of the ball game on a home run over the right field wall at Scotland Yard. Switch hitting freshman, 1-0 the count. Oh man, hello. Umpire caught that one right in between the chest protector and the side. Yeah, that's going to take a minute, and that's going to leave a mark. I'll tell you what, those guys earn their money. umpire already took one off his right hand. He almost got the left hand there. One and one, the count on Haynesfurther. And he belts it to first base, but right at Reese. Bean, rather, who makes the play, and there's one down.
That brings back number 24, J.T. Rose.
Right back. But as I said, everybody's put. We just finished.
And now the top of the order, J.T. Rose. Rose grounded out to Langford in the first inning. Top of the third here in Forney. Highland Park in front, 1-0. Scots trying to put the finishing touches on a 10-0 district season. Two of the area's best 4A teams right here. Rose takes ball one. Roth Traeger in the on-deck circle for the Scots. Fastball curves out of the zone, 2-0. Good pitch that time. Strike one to J.T. Rose. Foul ball, 2-2 now on Rose. Two-two pitch from Langford. Laced into center field, base hit. Second hit of the ball game for Highland Park as J.T. Rose delivers a shot up the middle, and that will bring Traeger to the plate with one out.
Now batting, number 7, Rob Traeger.
Traeger grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning. One away here. Traeger, team leader in sack bunts. And we'll see if that's what Coach Kennedy's thinking here with Hunt Woodruff in the on-deck circle. There it is. Popped up, however, but Langford tried to throw it, and he throws the ball away. And it's going to get lucky there. Langford meant to hang on to that ball. It got out of his hand and wound up out in right field, but Rose had to sit still, and it was a great pitch, first of all, from Langford, and Traeger didn't really have much of a chance to get the bunt down. It's popped up, and so now there are two out. Woodruff singled back in the first inning. Line drive to left field. Rose at first base with two away. And a nice play there by Dusty Williams, the Forney catcher. Nothing happening at first base with Rose, who does have excellent speed. 1-0 the count to Woodruff. The way Woodruff handles the bat wouldn't surprise me to see a little hit and run action here. Scots have the all-important lead in this one, 1-0. Huge hole on that right side as they try to hold Rose. And Woodruff lays off the pitch, and it's in there for strike one. Pitch is low, great jump by Rose, and he will steal second base. Throw goes into center field, but no opportunity for Rose to advance. So now JT in scoring position for Woodruff. Count 2-1 on Hunt. Woodruff with 22 RBIs, second only to Mason Parham's 23. And the aforementioned Parham in the on-deck circle. That's fouled off. It'll stay 2-2. Top of the third inning here in Forney. Highland Park trying to build on a 1-0 lead. Rose putting it in the head of Langford that he might just go on down to third base. Rose with 11 steals now on the season. That's second only to Meredith's 12. This is going to be trouble. They make the play at first base. They just get Woodruff by a step, and that'll do it for Highland Park here in the third. After 2.5 at Forney, it's the Scots 1, the Jackrabbits 0. You're watching Scott Baseball. Don't go away.
Pockets Menswear at Highland Park Village is proud to support Highland Park Scots varsity baseball.
Leading off for the Forney Jackrabbits, number 4, Justin Bryant.
Welcome back, everybody. It'll be Bryant to lead it off, the number 7 hitter here to face Kershaw in the bottom of the third. Bryant, Gear, and Williams, the slated hitters for Forney. 1-0, Highland Park on top. And that ball is low, ball 1. Fastball at the knees. 1-1 the count. Terrific breaking pitch that time as Bryant swings and misses 1-2. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2 the count. Flared foul down the right side. Two and two to Bryant. And Bryant is out at second base. Another nice play out there by Traeger. That's 2 for him.
Now batting number 5, Zach Gear.
Bryant went way upstairs to hit that breaking pitch, and Traeger robs him of a hit. Here's the first baseman, Gear. Try his luck against Kershaw. And he looks at strike 1. And breaking ball in there, strike 2. Kershaw's got it going on here early. 0-2 pitch on the way. Another breaking ball, this one in the dirt. I like the idea, but Gear wasn't chasing it. See ya. Gear didn't even bother to swing. Just overpowered out there for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Dusty Williams. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters up here in this third inning. And a number, Kershaw's there. Accurate throw to first base, and 1, 2, 3 go the Jackrabbits in the third. We played 3 here in Forney. It's the Scots 1, Forney 0.
Consider the door, the entrance to more than a house. The home inside represents the lifestyle, community, and universe of an individual. Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage has been opening doors in the Park Cities, Preston Hollow, and Bluffview since 1960. Let Robbie Briggs, Charles Freeman, and their elite team of agents open the door to a whole new world just for you. Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage.
Welcome back, everybody. Mason Parham will lead it off for the Scots here in the top of the fourth. Parham, Walker, and Kershaw to face Langford. 1-0 at Highland Park. Parham flew out to right field on a nice catch out there in the first inning. In the dirt, ball 2. Good pitch there, fastball. 2-1. You know, talked about intimidating, seeing Kershaw out there on the mound. You look at this 4, 5, 6 hitters for Highland Park. Got 3 football playing looking guys. Breaking ball was in there for a strike, so 2-2 to Parham. Inside, full count. That pitch is low, and Mason Parham's aboard to the leadoff walk.
Now batting, Justin Walker.
Here's Walker, who hit that pop-up back in the second. That was misplayed by the Forney infield. He wound up on second base and then later scored. He's going to turn around to bunt it, and he takes for a strike over the inside corner. Parham at first, nobody out here in the fourth. Curveball is inside, 1-1. That'll get away from Williams, and Parham will stand up at second base on the pass ball. And boy, we've seen it this year. Really, to beat Highland Park, teams doesn't have much margin for error, as the Scots continually take advantage of their opponent's mistakes, and that's what good teams do. That's pushed way foul down the right side. And the count is 2-2 on Justin Walker. Outfield paying the respect to Walker, all except the center fielder. Center fielders for both teams kind of look like a rover in a softball game out there with this wind blowing in directly in from center field. Full count. Ball gets away. Was ball 4 anyway. And Parham strolls over to third base. Runners at first and third. And that's going to send the Forney manager out. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth, and Clayton Kershaw coming up. Not really a whole lot you can say other than, young man, we've got to throw strikes. Langford gets some encouragement. He will stay in the ball game and face Clayton Kershaw. So back-to-back walks for Highland Park to start the top of the fourth. Kershaw grounded out, but it produced a run back in the second. Now the Jackrabbits, rightly so, to be concerned here. Scots with runners at the corners. Kershaw. Kershaw thought about the bunt there. Takes it for a strike. Walker at first, Parham at third. Nobody out. Top of the fourth. Scots 1-0. And Langford concerned with lots of things besides Clayton Kershaw at the plate. A lot of times you'll see a mistake in this situation. Oh, Kershaw just in front of that one. He got the meat of the bat on that ball, but a little bit in front. He's now in the hole, 0-2. Walker, a bit of a tough time getting back to first base over there. He's safe, no harm. Oh, 0-2 to Kershaw. Scots are not falling for Langford's fancy footwork here as he tries to get out of this jam. 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2. Cole Franklin waiting for Highland Park. One and two to Kershaw. And that's fouled again down the first baseline. Off the end of the bat. Good job by Kershaw, gets a piece and stays alive. Count remains 1-2. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Runners on the corners after back-to-back walks and a couple of passed balls. Good pitch there, and Kershaw is rung up for the first out of the inning. Big strikeout there for Lankford. Here's Franklin. Franklin hit a comebacker to Lankford back in the second. One away here for Franklin. Parham at third, Walker at first. And that is popped right to the second baseman, who throws the ball away. And here comes Parham's going to be close at the plate. They throw it way off the line. And down to second base goes Walker. Two to nothing, Highland Park. Second error, it'd have to be the second and third errors of the ball game right there. They're only going to put it as one error. It's an error on the throw over to first base when they try to double up, and then it's an error from the first baseman trying to go home. In any result, it is a 2-0 Highland Park lead, and Patrick Halpin with a chance to increase it. Well hit, but foul down the right side, strike one. Scots taking advantage of more miscues by the Jackrabbits. Nice stop there by Williams as he prevents Walker from strolling to third base. 1-1 now the count to Halpin. Lankford struggling. That ball is low, 2-1. And Halpin is hit up there. I glanced off either his hand or forearm. So runners at first and second with two out. That'll bring up Hainsfurther, who grounded out to first base his first trip back in the third inning. Hainsfurther, the sixth batter of this top of the fourth. One run in here. Scots lead it 2-0. And that pitch upstairs, ball one. And again, the pitch is high. Count now 2-0 to Haynesfurther. Runners at first and second, 2 out. There is a strike. And the count now 2-1 on the Highland Park shortstop. And Haynesfurther goes around on that pitch, 2-2 now. Walker at second, Halpin at first. And there is another wild pitch, uncorked by Langford, and the runners advance. Second and third now. And the count goes full on Haynesfurther. Top of the order, JT Rose waiting. 3 pass balls here in the inning. I'm going to give that last one a wild pitch. Big pitch there, though, as Haynesfurther goes down on strikes, but the Scots take advantage of the miscues by the Jackrabbits, and they add another run after 3.5 here at Forney. It's Highland Park 2, Forney 0. You're watching Scott Baseball on Channel 16. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. Kelly Flannery will lead it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Forney. Back in the first, he hit a ground ball out. It was the nice play there by Halpin on the ball that went over the bag. Low, nice snag there by Woodruff, 1-1. Fly ball, Traeger back, Walker almost slipped out there, but keeps his feet, makes the grab. Flannery is out on the fly ball to right field.
Now batting, number 10.
Here's Bean. He was retired back in the first inning on a liner that fine catch by Rob Traeger at second base. Pitch is high, ball one. Fastball at the knees, 1-1. And that's not a real smart move there by Bean, putting his hand on his hips after the umpire called a strike. How you like that one? 1-2. Just inside, 2-2. High heat, sit down. Strikeout number 4 for Kershaw. Here's Kendrick, who struck out back in the first inning. Watching a beautiful breaking pitch go in for a strike. That pitch was high, ball 1. Nothing wrong with that pitch. 1-1 to Kendrick. And Kershaw's so good right now, it's almost unfair. They come in with the fastball, then come back with that breaking pitch. 1-2. Got Kendrick set up. And that's it. Strike 3 recorded, and that will do it for the Jackrabbits in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. After 4 complete here in Forney, it's Highland Park 2, Forney 0.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Neil Lemon and his partners at the leading international law firm of Baker Botts. Baker Botts provides a full spectrum of legal services to national and international clients through its offices in the United States, Europe, and the Middle East. For more information, visit www.bakerbotts.com.
For Highland Park, J.T. Rose.
Welcome back, everybody. J.T. Rose will lead it off for Highland Park here. Top of the 5th inning in a chilly Forney. Top of the order, Rose, Traeger, and Woodruff. Langford still on the mound for Forney. Rose looks at strike 1 from Langford. J.D. grounded out to the pitcher and then hit a line shot to center field for a single in the 3rd. One and one on Rose. Rose 1 for 2 on the night. Good eye there, 2-1. Flared off the end of the bat, foul ball, 2-2. (2005) 11-4A district season finale here. Highland Park on their way to trying to cap off a 10-0 run during district play. Rose fouls off the inside fastball, 2-2 it will remain. Rose chases a breaking pitch. They said it was in the dirt. He is out. First out of the inning for Highland Park here in the 5th.
Now batting number 7, Rob Traeger.
Here's Traeger. He grounded out to the shortstop and tried to put it back in the first inning, and then in the 3rd tried to bunt Rose over, and it was popped up. Curveball outside, 1-1 to Rob Traeger. Good pitch there on the inside corner. 1-2 now to Traeger. Top of the 5th inning. The Scots with 2 runs on 2 hits. A couple of errors, you could almost call it 3 on the Jackrabbits. And an assortment of pass balls and wild pitches. 2-2 to Traeger. Breaking pitch didn't break. Full count. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Nice at bat by Traeger. Earns a trip down to first base there. As he induces Langford to give up the walk. Here's Woodruff. He had a line single in the 1st inning. Grounded out to 3rd to end the 3rd. Pretty good lead for Traeger at 1st. And they'll say Woodruff went around, and I don't know about that. So it says, okay, I'll give you guys one. Oh, and 1 to Woodruff. Williams able to save that ball in the dirt. 1-1 now on Woodruff. Then made a bit of an ill-advised throw down to first base. Traeger at 1st with 1 out. Woodruff fouls it straight back. 1-2 now the count on the Scott catcher. Things have got kind of quiet here in Forney with the Scots in front, 2-0. Most folks probably just too cold to make any noise really right now. That pitch is high. 2-2 the count. Mason Parham on deck for Highland Park. Good discipline there by Woodruff. He does not chase the breaking pitch. Full count. We'll see if Traeger's on the move here at 3-2. I bet he was going to be. Throw over. It may have even hit Traeger, but that'll go out into right field. Traeger might have thought about 3rd. He'll stop at 2nd. And another error. For the Jackrabbits. And you can see the frustration on Langford's face. Now 3-2 with Traeger in scoring position. And Woodruff says, man, I'll step out. Williams out to the mound to have a word with Langford. Saying, whatever you do, don't give this guy anything to hit. Scott's got a run in the 2nd and a run in the 4th. Foul ball again out of play by Woodruff. Highland Park, the 11-4A champions. No matter what happens here tonight. And another towering foul ball out of play. And as the district champions, the Scots will have a first-round playoff bye. So it might be as much as 10 days before they play again. Against an East Texas team from District 12. And the marathon at bat continues for Woodruff here as Langford intent on taking his deliberate amount of time here. Peers in. Checks Traeger. Comes home. Outside. Woodruff is aboard with a walk. So back-to-back walks again. And Josh Meredith back into the ball game to run. And the Highland Park cleanup man, Mason Parham, will be the hitter. Parham drew a walk in the 4th inning and hit a fly ball out to right field back in the 1st. One and 0 to Parham. Traeger at second. Meredith at first. Try a pick play at second, nothing happening. One out here in the top of the 5th. Ground ball, third baseman over to first for one. He can't make the play. And that's a perfect throw over there to second base. And no excuse for that. That'll be error number 4, and the bases are going to be loaded.
Justin Walker.
Third baseman might have had a play at third. I don't know about that, but he wanted to try to go for the inning double play. Walker had a walk in the 4th inning and reached on an error in the 2nd. And a chance to blow this game wide open right here. Bases loaded. 2-0 Highland Park. Clayton Kershaw sailing along on the mound. Kershaw also in the on deck circle. Only one out. Walker fouls it off. It's quickly in a hole, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch on the way here to Walker. And a delayed call. Walker is out on strikes. So a 3-pitch strikeout there for Langford. They sorely needed one.
Now
and
number 23, Clayton Kershaw.
It'll bring up Kershaw with 2 outs. Kershaw had an RBI on a grounder back in the 2nd inning and struck out in the 4th. He's got 2 runs the way he's pitching. That's Looks like that might be enough, but a base hit here, give him two more. Langford gets the fastball past Kershaw for strike one. Traeger at third, Meredith at second, running for Woodruff, Parham at first. Nice stop there by Williams. Count 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 out. 2-0 Highland Park lead. Kershaw gets a piece of the fastball, and the count goes to 1-2. And a big strikeout there for Langford, and that will do it for Highland Park. A couple of errors, and the Scots leave the bases loaded. But after 4.5 here in Forney, it's the Highland Park Scots 2, the Forney Jackrabbits 0. You're watching Scott Baseball on Channel 16.
Consider the door, the entrance to more than a house. The home inside represents the lifestyle, community, and universe of an individual. Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage has been opening doors in the Park Cities, Preston Hollow, and Bluffview since 1960. Let Robbie Briggs, Charles Freeman, and their elite team of agents open the door to a whole new world just for you. Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage.
Off, Chase Langford.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Forney, and it will be the pitcher Langford to lead it off. Langford, Hallam, and Wright due up. Langford grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. And he attempts to bunt it down. And I believe the ump's going to say he laid off of it. No, he goes to first base to appeal. Nope, they're going to say that it's ball 1. It's a bad call. No doubt about that pitch. Right down the middle. 1-1. And let's see, I think the ump's going to, we might get the call here after all. I thought they were going to call that a ball on the first pitch, but he tried to bunt it, clearly went at it. Oh, ha, ha. So that's going to make the count 1-2. Well, 2 strikes in any amount on Langford. And he's able to foul the fastball straight back toward the parking lot. And I wondered why that row of spots was open here near game time. Not much of a backstop to speak of here at Forney. Check swing there by Langford. Count will stay 0-2. Kershaw ready to roll. Breaking pitch. Over to Parham. For the Turpin. What a throw by Jack Turpin, and Langford is retired. Turpin had a little trouble, a little bobble, but what a bullet the guy threw. So Langford is out on the ground to third. Here's Michael Hallam, the DH. He struck out his only appearance back in the second inning. And he looks at a curveball, strike one. Kershaw really in the groove here tonight. Pitch is low, 1-1. Bottom of the fifth here in Forney. Scots lead it 2-0. Got a shot there at the umpire jumping up and down on the line, trying to stay warm. Foul ball makes the count 1-2 on Hallam. And that's it. Strike three right there. Let's get a third base umpire. And that's it. He's rung up. He clearly went right there. And that is 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth. Hallam strikes out for the second time. That will bring up Wright.
Number 12, Andrew Wright.
Wright hit a ground ball to Hainsfurther back in the second inning. Bat here with 2 away. Fastball is low. Fouled off, 1-1 to Wright. Franklin, Halpin, and Hainsfurther due up for Highland Park in the sixth. Bottom of the fifth inning, 2 out. Breaking pitch is high, 2-1 now the count on Wright. Fly ball out to right field. Walker underneath it, and he makes the grab, and the Jackrabbits are gone again in order in the fifth. After 5 complete here in Forney, it's Highland Park 2, the Jackrabbits 0. Don't go away. More Scott baseball coming up.
At Park Cities Bank, when we say we are your hometown bank, we really are. We're part of the community. We live in your neighborhoods, and we're the friends you see every day. We're proud sponsors of Highland Park Athletics, where they share our commitment to be the best. Park Cities Bank, not just in the Park Cities, but part of the Park Cities.
Welcome back to Forney, Alaska, or Texas. Here we go with the top of the 6th inning. It's Cole Franklin to lead it off here for Highland Park. 2-0 Scots. Wind got that one and blows it foul. Strike one. Franklin 0 for 2 tonight. A pop up and a ground ball out. Another foul ball. It's 0-2 to the Scott left fielder. Patrick Halpin on deck for Highland Park. Langford's gone all the way for Forney. And he's recorded strikeouts for the last 4 Scott outs.
Now batting number 6, Patrick Halpin.
Halpin got hit by a pitch back in the 4th and popped up in the 2nd. Little pop-up, confusion there, and Jackrabbits' woes continue in the field. Langford able to make that grab. But I didn't hear anybody call that pitch, and you could have had somebody hurt on that play, but quickly 2 outs for the Scots here in the 6th. Now the Scots shortstop, Hainsfurther. He grounded out to first in the 3rd inning and struck out in the 4th. Looks at ball 1 from Langford. Langford evens the count at 1-1. Fastball on the outside. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Count now 2-1 to Hainsfurther. Langford evens the count at 1-1. Fastball on the outside. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Count now 2-1 to Hainsfurther. Good pitch there. Fastball by Hainsfurther. 2-2 now the count. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Langford thought he was finished. No dice, says the umpire. 3-2. Full count to Hainsfurther. Rose waiting on deck. And a good snag out there by the shortstop. So finally the Jackrabbits produce a couple of nice defensive plays. After 5.5 here in Forney, it's Highland Park 2, the Jackrabbits 0. Don't go away. More Highland Park baseball coming up.
At Park Cities Bank, when we say we are your hometown bank, we really are. We're part of the community. We live in your neighborhoods, and we're the friends you see every day. We're proud sponsors of Highland Park Athletics, where they share our commitment to be the best. Park Cities Bank, not just in the Park Cities, but part of the Park Cities.
Leading off for the Forney Jackrabbits, number 4, Justin Bryant.
Welcome back, everybody. Art Finley and the Image Maker video crew here with you in Forney. It'll be Bryant, Gear, and Williams here in the 6th. Kershaw starts Bryant out with a strike. Bryant lined out to second base in the third inning. Good catch out there by Traeger. Oh, breaking pitch fools him badly. 0-2 the count. Jackrabbits down to their final 6 outs. Fastball strikeout, and Kershaw is simply dominating. Running out of superlatives for this guy.
Now batting, number 5, Zach Gear.
7 strikeouts through 5 1/3. Here's Gear. He struck out in the third. Takes ball 1. Little pop, Traeger in and makes the grab.
Number 19, Dusty.
What a night
Williams.
for Traeger out there at second base. This is Williams. He hit a grounder back to Kershaw to end the third inning. Crowder right back to Kershaw. 1, 2, 3 go the Jackrabbits in the 6th. After 6 complete in Forney, Highland Park leading 2-0.
Let's go, guys, right here.
Striping squire is 18 feet. Bow stern line. Second hand, dealer in Atlanta.
In 4 years of business, Reunion Title has risen to the 3rd largest independently owned title company in the state of Texas. And it's here in your hometown. With 37 locations in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and our premier office in the Park Cities.
Offering only the best service, the most professional experience, accurately, efficiently,
the easiest way possible.
Hi, I'm Chris Sharp, and for the last 3 years I have owned and operated the Reunion Title office in Preston Center on Sherry Lane. At Reunion Title, we take care of the legal and financial details of your home purchase so you can take care of the more important things, like whether you can build a batting cage in your new backyard.
Leading off for Highland Park, number 24, JT Rhodes.
Well, here we go at the top of the 7th inning and the top of the Highland Park lineup. Rose, Traeger, and Woodruff due up for the Scots. Book on Rose. He struck out in the 5th inning, had a single in the 3rd and a ground out in the 1st. 1 for 3 on the night. And he looks at ball 1 from Langford. Langford only surrendering 2 hits through 6, but 4 errors have really hurt Forney. Good pitch there, and the count evens at 1-1. Two and one to Rose. Just under that pitch, fouls it back. 2-2 now the count. Well, this is the final district game, and then it is playoff time. And I can't wait for one. Sky's the limit for this Scott bunch. Rose has out at first base after the strikeout. One down here for Highland Park in the 7th inning.
Number 7, Rob Traeger.
Here's Rob Traeger. He's been tremendous defensively for the Scots. He walked, or I guess drew a walk in the 5th inning. Was popped up in the 3rd and grounded out in the 1st. Pitch is inside, 1-1 to Traeger. 2-0, Highland Park. Scots with a run in the 2nd, a run in the 4th. That has been all the offense we've seen tonight. Figured to be a pitcher's night with the wind behind them, cold conditions. Langford puts that ball in the dirt again. 2-1 to Traeger. This is well hit out into right field. And a fine catch out there by Bean as he tracked that down.
Now batting number 2, Hunt Woodruff.
Here's Woodruff. He drew a walk back in the 5th inning. Grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd and singled in the 1st. 2 away here, top of the 7th. Grounder to 3rd base, and that will do it for Highland Park in the 7th. Scots retired in the order. Well, when we come back, Clayton Kershaw on the verge of perfection here in Forney. It's the Scots 2, the Jackrabbits 0.
For the Forney Jackrabbits, Kelly Flannery.
Welcome back to Forney, everybody. Bottom of the 7th inning. It's been 18 up and 18 down for the Jackrabbits. Didn't want to jinx it earlier, but Clayton Kershaw working on a no-hit perfect game. Top of the order, Flannery. Flannery grounded out to 1st and flew out to right field. Breaking ball, misses outside, ball 1. Flannery, Bean, and Kendrick. The last 3 hopes for the Jackrabbits. 2-0 Scots. Fastball at the knees. And that's been the story tonight. Kershaw looking to go 8-1 on the season. Cap off this 10-0 run for the Scots in district play, and he's now ahead in the count, 1-2 on Kelly Flannery. 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside, 2-2. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're going to make him come back. Flannery with a nice attempt there. And you can't blame Flannery. That's been as close to a base runner as the Jackrabbits have had all night. Count now 2-2. Fastball, Flannery able to get a piece of the bat on it. He stays alive and count stays at 2-2. Two pitch on the way. That's well hit, and there it is. First hit of the ball game comes from the leadoff man, Flannery.
Now batting, number 10, Jason.
So a single into center field, the first hit of the ball game for the Jackrabbits. And now here's Bean, lined out to second base and struck out. Kershaw with an excellent move. Hadn't had to do it much. Hadn't had to do it at all tonight. First time he's out of the stretch. 18 consecutive batters retired before Flannery can reach. Jackrabbits desperately need this ball game. Highland Park, they are the district champions, win or lose here tonight. Jackrabbits lose the ball game, chance they might not make the playoffs. And that pitch is high. 2-0 now the count. As you finally hear a little action over in the dugout, and that might be all for Clayton tonight. And I think we're going to have a pitching change as Coach Kennedy goes out to the mound. Now he's going to leave him in. I like this move. Good move there by Coach Kennedy. Just go out and say, hey, Clayton, settle down, baby. Get back to what you were doing. Misses outside, 3-0. And Forney fans starting to come alive. And the pitch is upstairs, so the Jackrabbits have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh. A hit and a walk for Forney after they'd come up goose eggs in the previous 6.
Now batting, number 6, Drew Kendrick.
Here's Kendrick. He has struck out twice. But he's got a big opportunity now. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Infield in for Highland Park. First pitch is bunted foul. Scots 9-0 and 11-4A play. Forney at 6-3. Oh, 0-1 the count to Kendrick. 0-2 the count. Good pitch there. Kendrick unable to get a bat on it. I think they wanted him to bunt. Wouldn't surprise me if they try to get him to bunt again. He hadn't had any luck at all trying to get a legitimate hit. And Hunt Woodruff will go out to the mound, make sure that he and Kershaw are on the same page. Oh and 2 the count on Kendrick. Nobody out. Flannery at second. He broke up the perfect game with a single. Bean followed with a walk. Kershaw steps off. Nothing happening with the runners. 0 and 2 to Kendrick. Big pitch. Boy, I don't know about that. Looked like he might have made an attempt at it. 1 and 2, though, the count. Forney pitcher Chase Langford on deck. Pitch upstairs, 2 and 2 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-0 Scott lead. Kershaw struggling here. That pitch way high. It's full count now. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Kershaw. Fastball is fouled off, and Kendrick stays alive. And again, the 3-2 pitch from Kershaw. He struck him out. Clutch right there for Kershaw. Huge strikeout. That's number 8. And now 1 away for Langford. Langford has grounded out at twice. Good news is the wind continues to blow right into the batter's face. Flag has been straight out all night. Kershaw gets Langford to chase the low and away breaking pitch. 0-1. Beautiful pitch there to Langford, who thinks it might be a good idea to argue the call. Steps away. 0-2. Kershaw looking to pitch his way out of this jam. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th. Highland Park leads this game 2-0. That's low, and it gets away from Woodruff, and the runners are going to advance. Yeah, and that's the first pitch that Scots have had trouble on all night. So it's 1-2. Now runners at second and third. You can kind of really just bear down, as Kershaw will go back to the full windup, it looks like here. Just bear down on bringing it to get Langford. 1-2 pitch coming. In the dirt, great job by Woodruff. 2-2 now the count. Breaking ball, base hit. That's going to score 1 run. And that's it. So Langford comes through with the RBI single. It's a 2-1 ball game. So life yet in the Jackrabbits.
Now batting number 24, Michael Holland.
This will bring up Hollum. He struck out in the 5th and struck out in the 2nd. Runners now on the corners. Winning run at first base. 1 out. Keep an eye on Langford. Scots are holding him at first base. Umpire called time out there for some reason. Don't know what that was all about. Bean at third, Langford at first. And I don't know what's wrong with that pitch. Evidently a little bit outside, 1-0. Strike zone getting a little smaller here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 Highland Park. Jackrabbits with a run in here on a couple of hits and a walk. Bell tie fastball is in there. 1-1 now the count. Breaking ball, and Langford's going to take second base, and I like it. No throw down there. Throw it down there and you don't make the play, you give up the tying run. So the winning run now in scoring position, but a 1-2 count on Hallam. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Heck of a ball game. Real pitchers duel. Highland Park with only 2 hits of their own. Scott infield is in with 1 out here. One and 2 to Hallam. Just outside and a little bit low, I guess. 2 and 2. Two and 2, and again Kershaw working out of the full windup here. And the fastball's low. Count is full. Kershaw sailed through the first 6 innings. It's a little rocky here in the 7th, but he's got a chance to really get himself back into position with a strikeout right here. 3-2 pitch on the way. He struck him out. Clutch. So Hallam is retired for the third time. Nine strikeouts overall for Kershaw, none bigger than that last one. And this will bring it up right. Grounded to shortstop and fly to right field. Scott infield back. Pitch is low to right for ball one. Runners at second and third with two away. Kershaw looking to slam the door here for Highland Park. Forney at 21-6 on the season. These kids do know how to win. Highland Park 20-5. And that's a strike there as Wright went around on that breaking ball, and another dynamite stop by Woodruff, who's really showing his agility back there. Pressure on here, 1-1 count to Wright. And that's hit out to right field. Walker's under it, and that's the ball game. Highland Park completes the 11-4A season with a perfect 10-0 mark. And it's Clayton Kershaw, the complete game winner for the Scots. What an effort, a two-hitter. And the Scots finish with that 10-0 mark, and they send Forney into a never world as far as the playoffs go. So it's the Scots with 2 runs on 2 hits, and they squeak out a 2-1 win. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Channel 16. And remind you again, the final score, Highland Park 2, Forney 1. And we'll see you next time with Scott Playoff Baseball. For the Image Maker video crew, I'm Art Finley saying good night, everybody. See you next time.
Consider the door, the entrance to more than a house. The home inside represents the lifestyle, community, and universe of an individual. Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage has been opening doors in the Park Cities, Preston Hollow, and Bluffview since 1960. Let Robbie Briggs, Charles Freeman, and their elite team of agents open the door to a whole new world just for you. Briggs Freeman Real Estate Brokerage.